Hey everyone, this is Sarah from Black Note Transcriptions, and today we're talking about the 9 reasons why your teacher is upset with you. That's right, your teacher is mad at you. Why? What have you done? If you know, great. If you don't know, maybe these tips can help you figure out what you did wrong and what you can do to fix your relationship with your teacher. Now, a lot of students have come to me and said, "My teacher hates me." And I've asked them, well, did you do something that would have upset them? And they kind of retreat and go, yeah, I lied to them a lot, or yeah, I was texting during class. Well, there's your answer. Your teacher does not actually hate you. By being a teacher, your teacher is showing that they love you and they love students so much that they are dedicating their entire life and making so many sacrifices just to be with you every day and help you learn. So your teacher does not actually hate you, but let's go over the 9 ways that you are probably driving them crazy. Reason number 1, you have a lot of excuses. Do you make an excuse every time you play a wrong note or forget your instrument or every time you're late for class? It gets really old really fast. Think of all the students that your teacher has. They have a lot of students. Now, if you make 5 excuses a day and multiply that by the number of students in every class, no wonder your teacher is going crazy, okay? Your teacher needs you to not make so many excuses. Excuses honestly show a lack of depth in character. So if you can own up to your mistakes, say that you're sorry when you need to, and accept when you're wrong, that shows strength and your teacher will really respect that. Reason number 2, you're late every day. Now, speaking of excuses, people who are late every day tend to have a lot of excuses for why they're so late. And they tend to blame it on everyone else. Like, my mom didn't wake up in time. Or I had to get a coffee, but the coffee place was taking too long. Or I tripped over my dog because my dog is so fat. Or I was doing a homework because my math teacher is so mean and they gave us lots of homework. Stop making excuses and stop being late. When you're late every day, it shows everybody in the room who is waiting on you that you think that your time is more valuable than theirs. Now, you may not be thinking that, you may not be aware of that, but deep down, that's what you're showing everybody else in the room. If you waltz in 5 minutes after everyone started, and you're loudly putting together your saxophone with a coffee in hand and bagel in the other hand, it shows a lot of disrespect for people who are waiting on you. And it shows that you value your time more than others. So take that into account next time you're considering being late. If it's a habit, break it. If you don't break the habit now, it will follow you forever and it will never serve you. It will only do bad things for you. So break that habit immediately. Reason number 3, you don't hold yourself accountable. Accountability is the courage to hold yourself to a high standard and the honesty to say, I'm meeting the standard, or wow, I'm way below this level. If you don't hold yourself accountable, it shows a lack of commitment and it shows a lack of self-respect. So make sure that you're holding yourself accountable in everything you do. Accountability has a lot to do with excuses and with chronic lateness. Because if you're making a lot of excuses and if you're always late, you're showing that you're not holding yourself to any kind of standard. That shows a lack of character. And of course, it's frustrating for your teacher because they are there every day trying their absolute best to get everybody to improve and succeed and to form these beautiful ensembles and soloists and to make sure that students are doing well. And if you don't have a standard for yourself, just think of how frustrating that is for your teacher. They want to see you succeed, and if you're just not trying, it's so hard for them. It's very frustrating. Reason number 4, you don't hold others accountable. Now, it's really important to have a level of accountability for yourself and to hold yourself to a standard. But it's also so important to hold others to a certain standard as well. Hold others accountable. If people in your section are always late or they're always coming up with reasons why they can't practice or why we're just not going to try today, call them out on it. Tell them that they're disrespecting your time, they're disrespecting your teacher's time, and they are just wasting their own time being there. Hold everyone in the room accountable. If people are constantly just not trying very hard, not doing their best, make sure to stand up for what you believe is right and don't be a follower when it comes to laziness or cynicism. If you see that happening in your friend group, call it out, and if it continues, step away from that. You don't need that negativity in your life. It's not going to do you any good. And you're better than that. Reason number 5, you never practice. Believe me when I say that music teachers do not expect all of their students to go off to college and be musicians. Music teachers are fully aware that most of their students after high school are never going to be playing their instrument, maybe ever again. So when I say this, you might be thinking, great, then what's the point, right? The point is not to turn everybody in your class into world-class musicians. That's not the point. The point is to use music to create this amazing atmosphere in your school. The point is to give you this place where you can learn something new and you can be creative and you can grow and meet friends and have this emotional connection to art and to learn about the world and to learn new languages and to learn new concepts and to express yourself. That's the point. So, if you think that practicing is something that will only get you into a good music college, you're missing the point. Your teacher is asking you to practice because they want to strengthen your commitment and your coordination and your self-discipline and your work ethic and all of these amazing things that practicing can give you. They know that these skills will serve you later in life, and they want you to develop these skills through music. Your teacher loves music and they love you, and they want to see you building habits that will help you succeed whether you choose music or not. So when you decide not to practice because music school isn't for you, you're missing the point. And that can be so upsetting to your teacher because your teacher just wants what's best for you. So trust your teacher, trust that they're giving you exactly what you need to succeed, and follow that. Reason number 6, you don't aim high. Now, once again, your teacher is not expecting everyone in the room to become a professional musician. But if you're not trying, and if you're not actively trying to get better and better every single day, that can really wear down the morale of your whole classroom, including your teacher. Your teacher is putting in so much effort just to see you succeed, even if it's just in the tiniest increments. And if you aren't even trying to make this much effort, it's just so disheartening for them because they're trying so hard to get you to this place where you just love what you're doing every day. If there's apathy and laziness, it just drags down everybody. So try to aim just a little bit higher every day and you'll see a lot of improvements. Reason number 7, you aren't a team player. Don't be the negative energy in the room. Don't bring any bad vibes into the room. If you are not in it for the whole ensemble, for the whole class, you're going to bring everybody down. And that's not fun for anyone, including you. I know that sometimes when we have really bad vibes, it can kind of feel good to get them out and to like spread them and to tell people why we're so mad. But bringing everybody down is not the answer. Nobody wins. So think of the efforts of everybody else in the room before you bring everybody down. Make sure that you are making the right decisions for you and for your ensemble. Your teacher will appreciate it because when there are bad vibes in the room, it wears them down and it's so frustrating. Reason number 8, you are a show-off. Now, if you think that being a show-off in front of your teacher is going to win their affection, I'm sorry, it's not. You're mistaken. It's actually really annoying. If you walk into a room and you have to just assert that you are just the absolute best, the most talented, the most amazing player that has ever existed, nobody is going to really care. And I know that's hard to hear. But keep that in mind next time you're feeling like bragging and showing off. It doesn't make anybody like you and it doesn't make anybody impressed. It actually makes people annoyed, frustrated, and they might not like you because of it. Are you actually the best ever? If you are, that's great. And I am so happy for you and I'm so excited to see what you do with your career. But trust me, the people who are really just the absolute best, they don't need to show off. Everybody knows it. If you are as amazing as you say you are, every single person that you ever meet will know. Not because you tell them, but because through your actions and your modesty and the way that you carry yourself, and of course the way that you play, they will know, wow, something is really special about this musician. I want to know more about this person. I want to hire them. I want to hear them play more. I want to buy their CD. The more that you carry yourself with this grace and humility, the more people will start to understand who you really are. If you value your identity as being the best in the room, use your amazing talent and your knowledge to help others. Don't use it just to show off and to assert your dominance, because that helps nobody and it annoys everybody. Lastly, reason number 9, you act entitled. Your teacher is not impressed if you act entitled and refuse to help because you're feeling lazy, or you don't have to, or you just don't want to, or any of that kind of stuff. Maybe you're very spoiled at home, and that's great. I'm happy for you. Maybe you don't have to help at all at home. Maybe everybody does everything for you, and that's just the way that your life is. That's fine. But when you step into a classroom, you're a part of a team. So if your teacher or your classmates are asking you for help, or they need you to contribute to something in some way, just do it. Don't show that you are so spoiled elsewhere that you can't help out your fellow classmates and your fellow musicians. That's so uncool. If you catch yourself feeling very entitled and starting to refuse to ever help just because you don't feel like you should have to, take a step back, realize that you're a part of a team now. You're a part of something greater than yourself, and it's time to start helping. When your teacher is asking you to do these kind of helpful tasks, they're not doing it because they just need your free labor. They're doing it because they want to teach you responsibility and self-awareness and this culture of helping each other. They want to build community in their classroom, and when you refuse to even lift a finger for your peers, that shows that you're not really willing to be a part of that community. Among all of these 9 traits, have you noticed a trend? Not a single one of them has to do with the way that you play, or how good you are at sight reading, or how many scales you know. None of it has anything to do with your actual musical skills. Every single trait that I've listed has to do with your attitude and your character and your personality. Every single musician in your classroom, from the most advanced to the least skilled, has the same potential to be this kind of person with a great attitude. Your teacher is not looking for students who are the most talented and have the most virtuosic background. Your teachers are looking for people who are going to contribute to the classroom, who are going to help create this amazing community of musicians, because all of those traits in turn create the best musicians. So if you feel like your teacher's a little bit mad at you, if there's some tension going on, read over this list again and see if there's anything in this list that you are doing at the moment. We've all been guilty of most of the things on this list at one point or another. So make sure that you really take the time to kind of self-reflect and think to yourself and say, wow, I am late every single day, and wow, I don't hold myself accountable at all. Or wow, I've literally never practiced. Think about those things and see what kind of improvements you can make in yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please do so. And if you want to get notifications about every time we post a video, click the little bell button. If you want more content from us, you can read our blog and check out our premium transcription, arranging, reduction, and engraving services at blacknotetranscriptions.com.